Going to go into details, but they are both down to a few seconds. A minute for Nakamura, 30 seconds for Aronian, and he's a bit passive with his rooks, but it might not matter. He has the white squared bishop here,
yes,
and the black squared bishop here, and against those pawns, you know,
yeah,
there can always be.
To me, it looks about equal, but maybe nicer to play even with white.
I would prefer playing with white. He has a plan of coming maybe with the king, but okay, he played king c6 now, so he's sidestepping.
Yes, and you cannot seriously take the pawn because of
which one?
On f6.
This one, yeah.
Just to mention,
yeah,
because it's hanging on h2.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah. So,
but he played king c2.
yes, very sensible.
And actually, Anna and Gelfand that are still playing. It looks about equal, but
very unpleasant.
Anand's king is under fire.
Yes.
There are not so many pieces left, but Anand's king is under fire. But will remain here. So what happened? f5 to stop a check on the 6th, but rook e7, and this is looking dangerous now. f4 to close.
Naka is winning again.
But he played f4, and he is giving up a pawn in order to close the bishop. But
yes, but just rook takes a7.
Rook takes a7.
He played it.
Yeah, wow.
Naka is playing. He's winning 2 games in a row.
And actually, after f3, I believe he's getting mated with king c4.
Beautiful.
And
that's beautiful.
And rook here, you can't really stop that. So he's winning more or less. I mean, in broader sense. Only 10 seconds for Aronian. This is very unusual. Look, look, look. He's played his move with 6 seconds on the clock. Rook e6.
Just take an f4.
Now you can take a pawn on f4.
Which he will.
I think this is the easiest. Rook takes f4.
Well, he's got plenty of time.
Well, he's got 15 seconds.
Yes,
50 seconds is enough, of course. But plenty of time to recover a bit. And Aronian is checking up there, and he knows that he might. I mean, even if he had.
He plays king c4.
Yeah, rook c1. It doesn't really matter because now he can play bishop takes f4.
Oh, that's the point.
And with bishop takes f4, he covers the check.
And you need to play rook c1. That's pervert.
Yeah, because the mating threat is too strong.
But even then, it's not over. Is it over?
So bishop f4, you be careful.
Yes.
So now he needs to check here. Because,
yes.
okay, here he also has a check,
yes,
but this is mate. Yeah?
It's made in 1, so.
So check on c1.
This is what happened, bishop takes. So
and maybe king b3 back, yeah, that's what.
Yeah, but they must have won a few seconds, no? I mean,
yeah,
it doesn't show.
Aronian had 30 seconds.
Okay.
So it's a technical win.
Should be
for white, but you rook f3, forcing the king to go back, I think, with king c2, because if you go here, you have the same position, so king c2.
But this is, he feels that he must be active. It's not over.
Well, white needs to keep this pawn on a4. He can do it actually. King b2 and bishop b2.
So what if we reach the famous ending?
Well, he will play it, of course. This is no question. You have to play it.
I mean, in the sense, can anybody? Is it holdable in a blitz game, in a rapid game?
Well,
it's very hard.
I mean, what these players do when they're at home is sometimes they practice this rook and bishop against rook. They practice it when they have the bishop. They practice it when they have the rook, I mean, defending side. And then, okay, you can't practice this every 2 months. You need to practice it once and maybe repeat it a few years after. But basically, you need to have it in you. You need to know it. Actually, I had once a very unpleasant episode against Vlastimir Hort in a game when there was no increment, and I had the rook and bishop against his rook. And he started gesticulating with his hands, saying that I should give a draw and so on. And this was very unpleasant. I was tempted to do it, but then I thought, okay, everybody plays rook and bishop against rook. And I did it too, and he let the time run, and,
Yes,
and
that's
he
his
resigned later. But I mean, I couldn't do anything. I mean, I play for a win.
Yes.
I would do it even with increment, so
Yes.
it's not the question.
And
This was very unpleasant. I was a bit
Yes.
disappointed about it.
And let's remember that the famous Gary played on with Broken Knight, which is even more Druish,
Yeah.
and beat the great Bolvar.
Yeah, even Rook and Knight, you
Yes.
can play on it. There have been some Grandmaster
Yes.
games which ended in wins.
So
So a few checks have happened.
it's completely winning.
It's winning, but it's, yeah, you still need to be careful not to get into this Rook and Bishop against Rook.
I think it's just lost.
Ah, he's gone back, so he's giving up. Ah, no, he's not giving it. I
But
think he's,
there's Rook D4, no?
no, Bishop E3 wins the pawn on. I think Bishop E3 takes the pawn, isn't it? But let's not forget that he has the bad bishop.
Yes, that's
That's
why.
also.
Of course,
So
he plays
if Bishop
Rook
E3,
D4.
there might be this. And then after this, you're not so easily getting out
Yes,
of the pin.
yes, of
Well,
course.
probably you are
Yes.
somehow bringing the king here.
But how about Rook D4?
Rook D4 where? Here?
Here,
What is this?
it's just winning.
Yeah, but it's not natural. I don't know.
And then Bishop E3. And then
What did you gain? I mean, I don't
Bishop
really see it.
E3.
I don't
I'm
really
scared that you take the Rook after Bishop E3. That's my problem with the wrong
Well,
bishop.
anyway, he played something
But
else.
the Rook wasn't Rook on D7. He just takes the Rook and after Bishop E3. That's what I don't understand.
Sorry. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Sorry.
The rook was attacked.
Yeah.
Sorry. So now this first. So Bishop E3 was the right idea, but
Yes,
you
of
just needed to play in a better way.
Could simply.
Rook C1.
Yeah. It's always possible to go wrong in such positions. Rook D7, Bishop D2, winning.
It's still okay. Yeah,
Yes,
Rook
of
D7
course.
is fine.
Of course,
But the
20
clock is ticking.
my
yeah.
God.
Rook D7, yeah, he found it. It's probably the cleanest now.
Mm.
King E4,
Bishop D2.
King E4, you
This
go
is
back.
it.
You don't take, of course,
Yes,
because
yeah,
Rook
yeah, of
B1,
course.
but you go back to D2.
Which he is going to do, hopefully.
guess so.
Hopefully. No.
Oh, what is
my
this?
God.
What is this? But how can he win this?
He just wants to be on the safe side. I
Yeah,
understand.
but it was safe anyway.
My God.
Wow. Well, it's still not completely.
I think
Easy, but-
I understand his decision.
Well, I don't really. I mean, I don't really understand because Bishop D2 was quite easy. Then Bishop C3, King C4. It was very actually.
Yeah, but this is hard to draw. I mean,
This is not easy to draw. It's true. It's not over. He's played Rook A6, Rook A3. Now the main problem for Black is this king here, of
Yes.
course.
King E5, A5,
A5, King B4.
Rook F5.
Actually, yeah. Well,
yeah,
he's
yeah.
gonna go away. A5, King D5. But this. Why is this incredible?
So we just tell you he's winning.
So after King C5, it seems
To be
White
over.
is winning. So this last move, Rook A8, you can
Throwing
see.
away.
Rook A8 was a mistake. But we will follow the action anyway. So Rook C8, King B6, or
It's just resignable.
maybe even King D6 is good,
Yeah.
but King B6.
What an upset.
No, but it's very difficult. I mean, you have
Yes.
to choose between Rook A8 and Rook H5, and it's...
Yes, but I mean, to cut off the king was not so. Yeah.
Yeah, but you have just seconds to
Yeah, of
calculate.
course.
You can
Of course.
calculate.
A5 winning.
Yeah, A5 is the good move. King B7 is
By the
tempting,
way,
but
by
it's
the way,
not
it's
good.
the only winning move.
A5, the only move. It's very difficult. No,
Yeah, he did it.
I mean, you need to choose. Also, King
Yes.
B7 was so
Yeah.
so good. I mean,
Absolutely.
he's played it A5.
So number 1 and 2 are shaky.
And Caruana is overtaking Aronian.
Yes.
If Aronian loses, which seems to be the case now.
So
King
this
D6.
is going to be a sure safe check here.
Yeah, check always.
On the
Chase the king.
yes. A6.
Now it's probably many things are
Yes.
winning. Probably King B7 is winning, but
I
the,
would do
the
A6.
easier is just A6
Which he
to
does.
push the pawn. And
Which he does.
clear check. King C7, as you can see. Now it's winning. And he checks
Another
again.
one.
And yeah, this is now he's going to be able to cover the king at some point.
Rook A3 is winning, I think.
Yeah, he plays it. He plays it, yeah. So he made a mistake. I mean, in theory, he made a mistake to trade into this ending, but Aronian's task was terrible, terribly difficult. So
Nakamura wins another game.